What's up, everybody? E-Rock the Red here, bringing you Gaming News Weekly, episode 10. The next generation is finally here. We've got a lot to talk about, so let's jump right in with this past week's new releases. And there's a lot of them. First up, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. This came out November 6th. It is a remaster of the Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Obviously, based on the title, you could have assumed that. But it's got enhanced visuals, cross-platform, multiplayer. It's got all the DLC, all the cars, tracks, everything. Currently is sitting at a 78 on Metacritic, so it's reviewing very well. Looked at some comparison footage from the original and the remaster, and this looks fantastic. All right, let's jump right in. Let's talk Xbox Series X. First game we're talking about for that system, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now, this game's also out for PS4, PC, and Xbox One, but this is one of the big games that's launching with the new Xbox Series S and Series X, and it looks beautiful. We talked about it last week, about you get to be a Viking. You create your own Viking, you battle, you pillage, you steal, you claim lands. It's all being a Viking. Less Assassin's Creed-y, more awesome Viking-y. So I think I'm in. You create and customize a settlement, and then you have to care for it and recruit people. It looks like it's a lot of fun. I'm excited to check it out. And it's reviewing very well. It's at an 84 on Metacritic across all platforms, and this one is going to be one to look out for. All right, the next launch game for Xbox Series X that I want to talk about was Bright Memory. This game came out on November 10th. It is made by literally just one person created this game. And when you see this game, you're going to find that hard to believe. It looks awesome. It's a fusion of a first-person shooter and an action game. There is swords and powers and crazy beast things, dope-looking armor, a woman named Sheila. I mean, it's got it all. Unfortunately, it's not getting the best reviews. Some of the reviews I've seen are saying that it's a good, bad game. So it might be one to check out on sale. It looks like it's a lot of fun. So, definitely if you have an Xbox Series S or X, put it on your radar. It looks gory. It looks fun. It looks different and original. So it may not play as great as people would want, but looks like a lot of fun. We've also got Shark Game, Maneater, NBA 2K1, a new 4K Observer System Redux. But next up, I want to talk about Tetris Effect Connected. It's coming out for Xbox One and Xbox Series X. Now, this is Tetris Effect. It came out in 2018 for PS4 and PSVR. It is a beautiful Tetris game. Amazing soundtrack, awesome visuals. I can't imagine what this is going to look like in 4K. But this game has all new co-op and competitive online and local multiplayer modes. Ton of different new modes that you could play with friends, against people online, in the same beautiful settings with the same gorgeous soundtrack. So what a great idea. Super cool launch title for the Xbox Series X. Definitely, if you're a Tetris fan and you haven't had an opportunity to play this on the PlayStation, now is your time. Even if you did play it on the PlayStation and you're a Tetris fan, this might be one to pick up just to check out that 4K. It's going to be awesome. All right, let's switch things up and let's talk PlayStation 5 launch titles. These are either coming out soon or are out already, depending on when you're listening to this. First up, let's talk Astro's Playroom. This is basically a tutorial, a tech demo showcasing the DualSense controller. It's getting awesome reviews. It's at an 83 on Metacritic, and it is preloaded on the PlayStation 5 system, so it's a free game, and it has trophies, all that sort of thing. So I'm going to boot this one up first. Next game I want to talk is Demon's Souls for PlayStation 5, also a launch title. At the time of this recording, The embargo for Demon's Souls has not been lifted, so I don't have any reviews or hot takes about this one. All I could tell you is that I played the original, and it is an amazing game. I watched a lot of this new 4K footage for this game, and if it's that same game, if the consistency in the gameplay is there and it looks the way it does, this will be an instant classic. I'm telling you right now. This is definitely going to be one of the first games that I pick up for this system, and very excited to die a million times playing this game. Other PS5 games released November 12th. Devil May Cry 5, Dirt 5, Fortnite came out for PS5, and also Godfall came out for PC and PS5. This is a looter, slasher, melee, action, role-playing game. Tons of cool weapons and armor. Looks beautiful. But unfortunately, I'm hearing some not so great things about it. It's currently sitting at 61 on Metacritic. They say that it's fun at first, but it becomes repetitive and a little boring. So I'm really bummed to hear that about this game. I was very excited to check this out, and I probably still will, just because it does look fun, and if I could get my money's worth out of it, I will, especially now that I don't expect it to be this amazing game. I'm glad my expectations were taken down a notch, but it still doesn't change the fact that it looks gorgeous, and the fighting is very unique and looks to be a lot of fun. All right, this next one you're probably sick of hearing about, but it needs to be mentioned. Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales for PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. This came out November 12th, and it looks awesome. More Spider-Man, more of Insomniac Games Spider-Man. It has a new Spider-Man, though. The rise of Miles Morales as he becomes that new Spider-Man. You've got new powers. The game looks beautiful, and from what I'm hearing, it's about a 10 to 13 hour playthrough, so not a huge game as far as the story goes, but if you're a completionist like I am, I'm sure you'll be out there getting all the collectibles and finishing off every last part of the missions. So definitely one on my list. Can't wait to get back into this world of Spider-Man. In addition to that, No Man's Sky has a next-gen version coming out. Observer System Redux also comes out for PS5 on November 12th. And The Pathless came out for PC, PS5, PS4. This is by the creators of Abzu. It is a mythic adventure game about an archer and an eagle. Sounds amazing, right? It's in a huge, lush forest area, and it's all about exploration with this fluid movement and battle where you play as this archer. You train your eagle. You bond with your eagle. Great story. Looks to be a lot of fun. The art on it is beautiful as well. And, if you're familiar with Abzu and the games that they've come out prior to that, I'm sure this one's going to be one to keep an eye out for. And lastly, let's talk Sackboy. Sackboy: A Big Adventure came out for PS5 and PS4. Sackboy is back to platforming in this huge platformer. You can play the whole thing solo, or you can play with up to 3 friends, all as different sack people. Looks to be a very fun platformer, especially if you got a bunch of people that you could play with. Definitely, if you've got kids, family looking to play a fun game, this seems to be the one. Everybody loves Sackboy. We did it. We went through all the new releases that came out last week with the new Xbox Series S and X and the PlayStation 5. So let's talk the systems. Xbox Series X came out November 2nd and coming out to rave reviews. Basically, the power is there, the look is there, everything is awesome with the Xbox Series X. Easy setup. It's got a real minimalist look. They stuck with the same user interface that they've used for basically all the systems that Microsoft has come out with. This one it's got more power than the PlayStation 5. It has full backwards compatibility for all the Xbox games. 802 gigabytes of usable space on there with the ability to purchase more solid state drive space down the line. It's very expensive, but I like that you could do that. You could also plug in an external hard drive, but you can't play any of the next gen games off of that external hard drive. They have to be on the system. So it's got this amazing feature called Quick Resume. You just jump right back into the game. You could shut the system off, you could unplug it, and you could just jump right back into the game. No menus, no checkpoints. You just shut the game off and pick up right where you left off. Super cool. I can't wait to see how that works. The one thing that doesn't have me loving the system right now is the weak launch lineup. They have no Xbox Series X exclusives. They've all either been out or are also coming out on the Xbox One or are also out on the PlayStation 5. So that does kind of stink for them, but they have that huge lineup with Game Pass, and you just have the option to play any of your older Xbox games through the backwards compatibility that is featured. So there's enough choices. Unfortunately, just not a lot of new choices. But the system looks great. It's working great. Can't wait to see what's next for the Series X. The thing I am personally most excited for, the PlayStation 5. Finally here, November 12th. This thing is giant. I haven't gotten mine yet. Hopefully soon. But I'm excited to get it put up on my shelf there. This giant white box. We'll see how it looks once it's up there. Everything I'm hearing about the system is positive. Fast and easy setup. The new UI is beautiful. It's packed with tons of features with the new cards. They have the info cards with activities and news, that sort of thing. Looks like a lot of fun to play with those. This one also has a solid state drive that I hear is lightning fast. The only drawback with theirs is it's only 667 gigabytes, so much less room than the Xbox Series X comes with. We've got the DualSense controller. Now I'm hearing this is the thing that steals the show about this system. It's got the haptic feedbacks and the pressure-sensitive triggers. Supposedly a lot of fun to play with, and that Astro's Playroom that I talked about really showcases that. So I'm excited to see what all the buzz is regarding that. They also have been talking a lot about the 3D audio that is featured to enhance games, where you could hear like arrows flinging past you and stuff like that. Excited to see what that's all about. And then on top of everything, I feel like this is one of Sony's best launch lineups for games. We went over a bunch of games earlier, and that's just a fraction of what's out at launch. So can't wait to get into it. All right, and some other news that is not Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5 related is Mass Effect Legendary was announced, set to come out in 2021. This is a remastered version with the entire Mass Effect trilogy, all the DLC. It's going to be out for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. On the same day, they also mentioned that they are working on a new Mass Effect project as well. This would be the fourth in the series after the previous Andromeda. So definitely some exciting news for all you Mass Effect fans. And now some exciting news for all us wrestling fans. All Elite Wrestling had a press conference to talk about their foray into video games. They showed a little bit of their very, very early footage from their next gen and current gen wrestling game. Looks to be a lot of fun. They're trying to recreate the older wrestling games. They got the creator from WWF No Mercy working on this, trying to bring back that arcade wrestling style game. A lot of potential here. Very excited for that. No other word on when or how far along the project is. They also did announce a mobile wrestling booker game where you basically create your own federation and control the shows and stuff like that. And then strangely a casino game. So we'll see what happens with those. Hopefully we'll have some news regarding that in the very near future. And lastly, there's a little bit of a rumor that Cyberpunk 2077 was going to be delayed yet again, but CD Projekt Red came out, reconfirmed that December 10th is the date. No more delays. This game will finally be here, and I am very excited. All right, that's it for all this week's news. Big week. I tried to whittle it down as much as possible and get the big things in there. But before we go, let's do our weekly giveaway. So we got our random number generator. First winner, Chucks. Chucks, thanks for watching. Get some pips sent out to you real soon. And second up, Zach Ain't Cool Lol. Same thing, buddy. Thanks for watching. I appreciate everybody that watches and comments. You make this stuff fun. I say it every week. I'm going to keep saying it. Thanks. We'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.